Oh, that's okay. Want to make sure it's not.
Let's see.
My name's Jim Burden, 58 Top Street. I'm here tonight to talk to you about two things. Okay. First of all, the county came out with this home rule on our taxes. Why can't the city come out with the home rule on our property taxes for the for homeowners that were who own their homes for over 10 years? Okay. If you can't do it for the people who own their homes for over 10 years, how about for the senior citizens? I know all you guys probably owned your homes for over 10 years, are getting that tax break from the county, and you're not arguing about it. And if I turn around and I ask everyone here, who owns their home in Wilkes-Barre? Raise your hand.
Mr. Burden, you want to turn around?
Okay, now, everybody that owns their home, they get the county tax break. Why can't the city give the tax break to the people who own their homes for over 10 years? Because all we're getting now that's buying the homes in the city are these landlords from out of state, out of town, and they're renting to people who aren't taking care of their homes. So, why can't we go with that and look into it and see about giving the homeowners who have their homes for over 10 years the home rule, just like the county. That's the one thing that I have on my mind, and I think you would agree with that. And and the second thing is now the firemen, okay, along with the police department. Nothing against them, but now they're moving out of the city. So there's tax money for these guys moving out of the city, and they're getting away with paying the 3% working tax, living out of the city. Now they should be penalized for that. If they want to move out of Wilkes-Barre and work for the city of Wilkes-Barre, they should have to pay the city taxes, not get away with them. Either that or move back into the city. I mean, they fought with the unions and everything to move out of the city. Well, if they want to live out of the city, pay the taxes. That's my opinion. And if they don't like it, they can come knock on my door and I'll tell them to their face. You want to work for the city? You come and you live in the city. After you retire from the city, you can move wherever you want. But while you're working for the city, you should live in the city.
I agree.
Pay your taxes to the city, pay the 3%, like everybody else, or quit and go work where you want to live. Any comments on it?
I agree with you. I have no,
Yeah, I mean, everybody agrees with
but
it.
there
But why
are
don't we-
arbitration awards.
They're arbitration awards.
Right.
Yeah.
The arbitrator awarded them.
All right, let me-
Why can't all this
No,
stuff be
but-
brought up
but-
on a
Mr.
referendum?
George, you
For the
want
city to vote, for the
Mr.
people
Burke.
who live in the city of Wilkes-Barre, why can't this stuff start being brought up on a referendum for the people of Wilkes-Barre to vote on this stuff?
Were you finished? I'm sorry, go ahead.
What the police and fire have are binding arbitration. Whatever the arbitrator says is law. And the city, even they contested it on both sides, but they lost it. And we have no choice but live out of the city. This happened back in about probably 15 years for the police department. And Bill was against it and I was against it. And we never moved out of the city.
See, these are things that the city should start having to put up on a referendum for the people of Wilkes-Barre to start
Well,
voting on.
we are going back and forth, and what you're referring to as far as the tax incentive to the county is the Homestead Act.
Right.
And I agree with that, it works well there, and your point is valid that it may curb the increase in rental property. So it's certainly something that we could look at down the road here, and I like it. I do like it. I think it's a good idea, and it encourages people like you and I and other people here to stay in the city.
to stay in the
in
city.
the city rather than turning homes into rental property. So I don't think it's bad, but we would have to research that as to how it would be applicable here, given the city codes and charters and all those types of things and govern those types of. But I made a little note here, we'll look at it and take a look and see if it's something that possibly could be used somewhere down the road. Any other comments? It's not bad. Anything that encourages people to stay and to not increase the number of rental properties, I think we're all in favor of, obviously, so. Not that we have.
A lot of people are talking about moving out of the city. Yeah.
Well, we'll take a look at it, okay? Thank you for coming.